So let's hop into a game of Dota with no one. Create a custom lobby. We don't need bots. And we are just going to look at the map so that I can kind of sort of demonstrate what you do or why you would want to do certain things to cause the laning stage to end. I like Legion, so we're going to be Legion. It legitimately doesn't matter. We're going to go here. We'll buy items because why not? Okay, these are items. We're not doing anything but looking at the minimap basically. So here are the 3 lanes. Top, mid, bot. As the Legion, I would be top. Let's say I'm having a great lane and I am destroying their carry. Even though I'm not the Slardar. I hit my level 6. I have duel. And every time he shows up, I give myself a bunch of attack speed with press the attack. I duel him so that we have to 1v1 and he dies. I get permanent bonus damage and he loses out on farm. I get more farm every time he shows up. I'm just having a great time. I'm stomping this carry. He can't do anything. His team needs to make a change. They either need to rotate top and gank me something fierce, maybe several times, so that the carry can catch back up and hit their own power spike where they can deal with me again, or they go mid. Maybe their mid is a little bit ahead of our mid, and they're going to send a few heroes mid and they're going to shove this. The mid tier 1 tower is the most important tower in Dota. You do not want the enemy team to take this, and you absolutely want to take theirs. So if they start pressuring mid really hard, they're going to force me, as the offlaner who's had a good game, to go take fights there. Quite possibly. It might not be my job. Possibly someone else can do it, or do it better. But it's entirely possible that I now have to go fight here. And if I have to go fight here, they're making space. Basically, there's 3 lanes on the map. If you want to end the laning stage and make space, you want to push. You hit us over here so that up here we aren't free to respond. You hit us really hard mid. You force us to come mid and defend. Suddenly we aren't top. You just made space for your carry, who can now kill creeps, maybe rotate back into the jungle camp, farm up here a little bit where he's a little safer, and then rotate back out to lane, because if I was stomping him, there's a very good chance we already took this top tower. And maybe he just plays around this area now, because you're making space by pushing mid really hard and forcing me to be there, so I can't be top anymore. The laning stage ends, basically, when heroes group up and make plays. So if you have a hero like Dragon Knight, who pushes towers really well when he ults, you can force a reaction with one hero even, and force us to make plays by grouping up and going on the Dragon Knight. Or maybe you send a few heroes bot and you start pushing this with your off lane and the pause 4, and they start shoving this tower really hard. And if they shove this tower really hard, maybe we have to go defend it, and now your carry has space. Or maybe your mid is the one who is behind, so you shove bot really hard so that we have to slack off the pressure we're putting on your mid laner. We go defend bot, but now your mid laner's free for a minute or 2 and he starts to catch back up. Or maybe you rotate the mid laner bottom and you send everybody else, or sorry, maybe you rotate your carry bottom, he starts farming this, pushing this lane out, and you send your other 4 heroes mid to shove this, because the carry had a bad game and he needs space. So you end the laning stage basically by either grouping up or forcing the other team to group up, because the laning stage ends when people group up and they stop being in their lanes and laning. You group up or make the other team group up by putting pressure somewhere on the map and making space elsewhere on the map. You could theoretically send a bunch of heroes top to gank me as the Legion commander over and over and make it so that I can't lane here. But then your carry isn't actually farming all that much if he's still here, unless he goes bottom and he starts farming bottom, because now you're forcing us to send heroes top maybe to deal with this. But basically you don't want to make space for your carry by being where your carry is. you want to push somewhere else to force a reaction there so that we leave your carry alone. Because if your carry is sitting with 4 heroes top, pushing our top tower, he's probably not farming that many creeps in the midst of that. And your carry really wants to farm creeps because he needs to scale. So you generally want to, when you're ending the laning stage, specifically to enable your carry to farm, you want to make space by pushing elsewhere, where your carry isn't, or you go where the carry is and he goes somewhere else, is something entirely possible.